talk to you a little bit about our global business class. And one of the things that I want to talk about is just a review of the Blackboard shell and some of the assignments that we have in there. So there are at least three discussion boards, and the link for the rubric is right here. So you would just select the link and it should open up the Google document for you to review the discussion board rubric. The next item on here is the currency assignment, which you should be starting this week. The currency assignment is a wiki link, so you might not be real familiar with that, but basically what I want you to do is I want you to select a currency. This is just a small selection of them, but select a currency. You're going to probably pick 4 of them and divide up your investments into $2 million. So I'll show you kind of how to do this, at least the first week here. So on the first week, what I'm going to do is in this tab, there is a currency workbook right here. I'm going to go ahead and open up that currency workbook. It is an Excel spreadsheet, so it should open up in Excel for me so that you can see this. And I'm going to pick 4 different currencies. I really don't care what currencies you use. There's a list there, but there's definitely more currencies out there. So if you pick legitimate currencies, I have no problem with that. I've even had a few students select the Bitcoin, so that's certainly something that you could pick as well. So as we pick our currencies, I'm going to the first week decide how I want to distribute them. So in this spreadsheet, what I'm going to go ahead and do is week 1. I do not want to update. I'm going to type in my currency names in the currency spreadsheet folder, if it will let me in here. Okay, so the first currency that I'm going to type in here is the euro. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the peso. For some reason, it's not like showing me my cursor when I select here. Or it's just a little delayed. I don't really know why it's acting like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's do the Indian rupee. See, it's like, I don't know why it's doing that. And then we'll go ahead and select I think I'm going to select the Swiss. I don't know why it's highlighting a different row. This is acting very strange. Okay, so hopefully your Excel works better than mine. Mine is not working very well. We have $2 million to split up between these currencies, so I'm going to go ahead and just evenly distribute them because my cursor is not working correctly. Oh, I almost had it. I was going to copy, but it's not working. So let's pretend Excel worked today. Oh, that's not where I would put it. Okay, so provided Excel works the way it's supposed to work for you, this is what this would look like. Yes. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go into the XE currency exchange. And right now I'm transferring from US dollars to the currency. So my first one is euro. So I'm going to type in 500,000 here. I'm going to hit this little arrow on the right, and it will go ahead and convert it for me. So this is my conversion. 500 US dollars is going to equate to 408,000 euros. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to right click. I'm just going to paste special, and it's not going to let me do that either. Did it as text, and then I want to put the exchange rate in because I don't want to lose sight of this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that and put it right here. I'm going to do text again. I don't know. Again, everything's so weird right now. Okay, so I really do know how to use Excel. So here is my exchange rate for this week, and then here is my currency for this week. Notice that this currency then transitions into week 2, because in week 2 you're going to take the foreign currency of the euro and translate it back to US dollars. The converted total is US dollars. And every week after you're going to do the same exact thing, so it should populate your cells. You're going to do this for 10 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the Mexican peso, the US dollar, and I'm going to type in Mexican peso and hit play, and it will refresh for me. A bit of a bigger number. Text. Better. Then my currency. This usually doesn't take too long. My Excel is, for whatever reason on my Mac at home, it acts very weird. I almost feel like reinstalling it. Oh, I did not copy. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to switch this to the Indian rupee. And even more for the Indian rupee. And again, you can see it's populating these down. The first week, if you just want to copy these in all of your cells, you could certainly just do that. That way you have it updated each week. Makes it so much easier for you. And then you don't have to worry about it. So let me get my exchange rate in there. This is what happens when you don't pay special. It looks goofy. All right. And then I have one more to do, and it's going to be the Swiss currency. I think they have a different currency. Yep. The franc. So that is 469. A little bit more similar to the euro, I guess, would be my best explanation for that type of exchange rate. A little bit stronger than the peso is to the US dollar, as well as the Indian rupee. So I'm going to paste this in here. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to put this into a wiki. So what you can do is you can either click on this assignment or you can click in the wiki link on the left-hand side. For the first week, I'll just click into the currency assignment. You can see several people have already started theirs. I'm going to go ahead and create a wiki page. That'll be the first thing that you do. Otherwise, you'll be updating Alexandra's, I think. So didn't quite catch the name before I switched over. So I will put this in here, and you can see you have to, in order to paste, you have to do a Command V or a Control V in Blackboard, otherwise it won't paste in there. So Command V or Control V, depending on if you have a Mac or a Windows computer, and then hit submit. Each week, then once you're done, you will go back into your own wiki page. So make sure you're in your own wiki page, otherwise you're messing with Alexandria's and you don't want to do that, and hit edit. Okay, and then I can just add my next week, Control V, paste it right below it. So my recommendation is to keep your currency spreadsheet saved on your computer, and then when you come in, just paste it below it. For some reason, it didn't pop it. There it is. So now I could go in and put week 2 right below it and hit submit, and then I'd have everything in one page. The nice thing about this is you can also check others just to see how they're doing in here, just to make sure that you're on track or it looks similar to what other people are doing. Not that you copy it, but that you're translating it correctly. So that's kind of the value of doing this. Definitely pick your own currencies. It's more fun just to see what currencies will do. Some semesters the currency loses value as you go, and that's generally because the dollar was getting stronger. As the dollar gets a little bit weaker, then you will make a little bit more currency. It kind of goes back and forth. It seems reverse logic, but we'll talk about it as we go. So for this first week, this is what I really want you to do here in the wiki. Okay. And I'm going to go back to class materials and just to talk about a few other things. So we use McGraw-Hill Connect, so make sure you're getting into McGraw-Hill Connect and doing your homework assignments. Each learning plan is laid out pretty well for you, where it has the objectives of the learning plan, some activities for you to do. The videos are really great, so if you can watch the videos, that's helpful. The PowerPoints are there for you to review, and then the Learn Smarts and the Chapter 1 and 7 assignments. So that is the work that you're going to be doing each week, okay? There is a final exam. The final exam is multiple choice. It is due, I think I'll have it open the last 2 weeks. It's open now because somebody needed to get in there earlier, but it will be open the last 2 weeks of class. You can get in there to do that. They're essay questions. You'll have plenty of time to do it. Not a big deal. The classroom assessment CATs I have in here just to see how the class is going for you. If you have questions, make sure you do that. The rubric I said for the discussion boards are right there. The final project, I may or may not have us do a video presentation of the final project. So just a 5-minute, here's what I did for the discussion board. So hold off on that discussion board until I decide on that. But the other 2 discussion boards are out there for you to start thinking about. Otherwise, everything else is pretty straightforward. The blog assignment I'll talk a little bit more about next week. The blog assignment is about picking a country and creating a blog. I'll give you a couple examples of things that students have done in the past. Using the blog rubric is really important. So there's blog, there's the currency assignment, and then there's final research project, and then the final exam, which is an essay. So those are the big assignments outside of the weekly assignments that we have, and 3 discussion boards. So lots of work to do here in the class, but hopefully that gets you started. My office hours are updated here. I think I missed up an hour on Wednesdays. I will continue to update this, so if I add time or change time, definitely that will be posted here. Please use Starfish to set up those appointments. To set up the appointments in Starfish, you would just click on Starfish. And then on the left-hand side, your Success Network will come up. The Success Network is where you would find me. So I will show you my Success Network here in a second as it populates. Okay. So I'm going to click onto my Success Network, and these are my instructors because I'm taking photography classes, and I have a scheduled appointment like Jessica does here, and my phone number is there as well, but this is where you go ahead and schedule an appointment. So if I was going to go meet with Jessica this week, let's say I needed to do that, I have office hours that I can just easily sign up for, and that's where you would sign up for them. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be around the office at those times for you just to pop in, so definitely book time for me. That's a better way to do it. If you have any further questions, though, please let me know. Have a great week. Talk to you later.